Hey, it's Joe Cooper, and I really want to talk about this permission or people taking their liberties with being mean. And first of all, we have to check ourselves. If someone is saying or indicating that I'm being mean to them, I want you to tell me, because it's important to acknowledge people's feelings. And I've had situations where clearly somebody was being mean to me. And for many years, I did not use the power of my voice to, one, bring it to their attention, and two, to make them stop. Help them to stop. Sometimes people don't realize or recognize that they're being mean. And I've also had situations where now that I have my voice and I'm able to stand up for myself when someone is clearly being mean to me, and I tell them, and I've had situations where that person wasn't ready to stop, so it's up to me to remove myself from the situation, or they acknowledge that, okay, let me stop, let me step back and really listen, because they cared about what I was saying and how I was feeling at that moment, thankfully. And we were able to talk through what was bothering both of us. And then there's been times where that person started to gaslight, started to deny, started to justify, started to attack even more. That hurts. It really does hurt when someone you care about continues in that same energy of being mean. And if you're on the side where you're the person that's being attacked or in the position of being hurt, you have to protect yourself. You have the right to protect yourself. You take back your power by not allowing them to continue. Either you remove yourself from the environment, you hang up from the call, you do whatever you need to do to put you first. One thing's for sure, you don't want to match the energy that's being given. An energy in anger or hurt or abuse. Keep your power steady with not matching. That's the important thing, is to not match that energy. And it took me a lot of years to get to that place where I could stand up for myself and not absorb or not participate. But there's also been times where I got pulled into, I was so affected by that energy that I did match it. And there's only one time that I can remember very clearly, and this was a turning point for me. This was 30 years ago. Someone was saying something very mean, and I decided to speak words to hurt them. And it was true. What I said was true, but I said it to hurt them. My intention was to hurt their feelings because they were hurting mine. And once I saw the look on his face and I could feel the impact that my words had, And probably not at that very moment, but later in retrospect, I decided that I would never do that to anyone ever again. I said I loved him. And so if I did, in fact, love him, and I love everybody, but someone that's intimately close, especially, if I say I love you, then I'm not going to intentionally hurt you. So I've not used my words as a weapon since. And I'm grateful to be able to say that I don't use my words to intentionally hurt people. And doesn't mean that I haven't hurt someone with my words since then, unintentionally. And if I have, and it was brought to my attention by that person or even by somebody else, I take responsibility for what I say and what I do and how I say it and how I do it. And even though you can't undo, you can remedy. You can try and make it better. But first you have to acknowledge. So I'm very proud of myself for saying that I have not intentionally used my words as a weapon. Not to hurt somebody that I care about. Now, I do have triggers. We all have triggers. And so I'm working. We should all be working towards healing the things that are a trigger for us. Don't give up working on it. Oh, somebody's trying to call me. I'll call her back because this is really important. Really important. Again, don't give away your permission when someone is being mean to you. And now let's talk about when they're not ready to accept responsibility for how you tell, how they're making you feel. They're not ready to accept responsibility. You just have to be okay with that. What's important is for you to stand in your power to not receive the negativity that they're trying to impart on you. Mm-hmm. And then you have to decide how long it's going to be before you take steps to forgive. Yep, to forgive them. Mm-hmm. You decide. And you decide from a position of emotional power, because it's about really, really guarding your heart, guarding your spirit, and operating in love. And so don't hold it against them, because you have the right to protect yourself emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically, financially. And if they love you, they'll accept. They'll accept it. And it may not be the way that you expect them to accept it. That part is not for you to be concerned with. It's not. Mm-hmm. The part that is important is that you stand in your power. Mm-hmm. Because no one has the right or permission to be mean. Nope, you don't. Not sorry. Not at all. So, yeah. Let's talk, we have to keep talking about these things, because too many times things get brushed over or minimized. It is not okay. We're not going to minimize somebody being mean. We're going to hold them accountable. We can't make them responsible. We can hold them accountable. Yep. Let that sink in. Can't hold them responsible. You can only hold them accountable. And let me end with telling you why I feel that way. Why I'm saying that. It's because only you are responsible for how you feel. They can't make you feel some way. You determine how you feel. So feel great. Feel good. Stand in your power. Find your voice. And help them to recognize. Help them to recognize. Show them better than you can tell them. Alrighty? Okay. Love you. Namaste.